The Voice of Soka.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Voice of Soka. My name is Shin and I am your host for today. Another great day has just begun. Today, I would like to share with you a story from an ancient Buddhist sutra entitled Offering of a Mud Pie. Let us now invite Meng to tell us the story.
Once, there were two little boys who came from very poor families. They were so poor that they could not afford any toys. All they could do was play with mud at the edge of a road near their houses. Their names were Virtue Victorious and Invincible. Nevertheless, they enjoyed playing with mud to the fullest. They built palaces, houses, and even fortresses with their deft hands. One day, while playing, they heard the sounds of a large group of people coming. As the group came closer, they saw a light that is shining ever so bright, a brightness that increased as the group was nearer. The boys saw who it was. "It's Shakyamuni Buddha!" Virtue Victorious exclaimed. "They must have come begging for alms," said Invincible. He then asked, "Do we have anything to give the Buddha?" Virtue Victorious's voice grew silent. "How I wish we have something to offer him. He spends his time preaching Buddhism to help people become happy, and any offering would help sustain his efforts," Invincible said, sounding crestfallen. Suddenly, Virtue Victorious's eyes sparkled. "I've got it!" "What is it?" asked Invincible. "Let's make him a mud pie out of the mud we've been playing with," said Virtue Victorious. Invincible replied, "Yes, of course." The two pure-hearted boys then fashioned the mud pie and hurried over to Shakyamuni's entourage. Virtue Victorious then respectfully held up the mud pie they made. Invincible pressed his palms in reverence. Ananda, one of the Buddha's foremost disciples, was not pleased. "What do you think you are doing? What use is this pie to the Buddha? Are you playing a joke on us?" Ananda fumed. Shakyamuni Buddha restrained Ananda. "Ananda, do not get angry with these boys. Can't you see that this mud pie is all that they have? If they had anything else, they would have gladly offered it to me." The Buddha continued, "What are your names, young ones?" "I'm Virtue Victorious, and I'm Invincible." "Such wonderful names," the Buddha exclaimed. "Virtue Victorious, 100 years after my death, you'll be reborn as a great king, a king who widely spreads the Buddhist law that I preach. You will bring peace and happiness to a great many people. And you, Invincible, you'll be reborn as Virtue Victorious's consort and aid him in his great task." Upon hearing this prophecy bestowed upon them, the two boys bowed deeply to the Buddha. And just as Shakyamuni said, some 100 years after his death, Virtue Victorious was reborn as the great King Ashoka, and Invincible, his consort. Ashoka was renowned for governing his empire in accordance with Buddhist principles and built various facilities that benefited the ordinary people. His name still shines as a great example even today.
Thank you Meng for the wonderful sharing. What can we learn from this story? Through his sincere offering, the poor boy Virtue Victorious became the great King Ashoka in a future lifetime. Ashoka was at first a cruel and evil king, but after witnessing the great suffering caused by the battle of Kalinga, he repented and embraced Buddhism. Thereafter, he governed his empire in accordance with Buddhist principles and was loved and respected by his subjects. This story was also mentioned by Nichiren Daishonin in the Gosho. The Buddha, being truly worthy of respect, never judges by the size of one's offering. This story teaches the value of faith, which transcends personal interest or calculation. If one only has the pure spirit of faith, he can gather unimaginable good fortune even by offering a mud pie. Even the humble offering of a mud pie can result in unimaginable good fortune. We can be sure that no effort for Kosenrufu will ever be wasted. Let us strive to accumulate unimaginable good fortune through upholding the pure spirit of faith and making pure-hearted offerings for Kosenrufu. Thanks for listening, and we will see you in the next session. Bye!
The Voice of Soka.